Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Just going to share the screen. Yeah. So let me confirm. Intense screen. Sure. Screen is visible. Screen is visible, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, welcome everyone for this interactive lecture. So, I just try to highlight what is the latest technology is going on, and as you are student, okay, so you have to upgrade yourself, okay, with this all technologies which I am going to give you idea today, okay, and how the you can say the Earth observations is totally going to change in a new world, okay. So that's some of the idea I will going to give you, and this is your uh, responsibility to understand what is the present scenario, and accordingly you have to upgrade yourself, okay. So it is not like that what in syllabus you are actually studying. So you see, nowadays opportunity of learning is huge, okay. So there is, means when 10 years 20 years back, maybe there is a chances less chances of learning, because we don't have that time like YouTube's helps and so many lecture and conference we can see with just a click of webinar, just like this which I am going to give a webinar to you. So now this opportunity is huge, so you can adopt this technology by yourself also outside of your syllabus. So very first I will tell you the few things about the components of GIS, as you all know. But why it is important to understand is, see, all this technology, if you see first three things we are going to focus, that is hardware, software and the data, okay. So hardware segments is very important to understand. Like, suppose whenever you are going to join some industry, okay, so like now you are a student, you need not think about what is the system is required, what is the software is required, you don't think about this. But when you join an industry, you are going to use a software, maybe that is crores of money it spend that company for that software, and if you did some mistake, so it is on your responsibility, you lose that particular software, and the total company will be affected on that. So that's why the hardware segments understanding is very important with the software configurations, okay. So no matter, means whenever you are going to study this field, okay, of suppose remote sensing and GIS. So here I am talking about the in terms of GIS software, suppose first. So that is a strong soft, means hardware is required for you. Suppose nowadays, what is the latest configurations of the laptop when you are going to buy in some shop and you starting your career in this field. So what will be the hardware components for this? So if you ask me this question, so first thing you should be take it in mind that nowadays all the technology, whatever it is coming, it's required a high configuration of your system. So you can start with minimum 16 GB of RAM. You should not go below that, okay. Whatever the latest processor is coming, you should follow on that. So why I'm telling this, why you require 16 GB, and if you have 32 GB, so it is well and good. See here the my topics, if you see here, that I am just going to give you the idea about the AI components and technology what is coming in this suppose the E3 products which I am going to explain you here. So it's required a very strong RAM to run, okay, because using AI you can process a large amount of data in a very short times of period. So that's why you require a very strong RAM in your system if you physically and doing the analysis in your system, okay. So for further betterments, if you see here, nowadays the cloud the applications of the cloud is nowadays increases only because of this reason. There is a limited capacity of your system, okay. So and the amount of data nowadays is coming is a huge. In Earth observation you can see there's a lot of times of data sets will come. So that's why nowadays all the space agency also, they started their own API system, okay, or you can say the data sets is there in a cloud, you can directly process. It's just like a Google Earth, Google Earth engine what you are using, okay. So that is started by the many things. Even history is also started. Few are language based, few are just like a tool you can use all this huge amount of data sets, okay. So for that you headwords hardware segments you may obsolete on that, okay. So but when you are as a student you are using, so you should always think in a mind that your system should be in a 16 GB RAM. Now I come to the software, okay. So the software segments, if you see, every 6 months the software is actually changing. So it is not like that you are learning some software and you think, okay, I am an expert on this. No, even I am also still learning every day, okay. So whatever the latest technology is launching, okay, so you have to adopt, so you have to increase your mentality, like every day I will learn and I will update myself. So that is how the software segment is. So here if you see here, I'm just talking about, suppose ArcGIS, the ISRI products when I'm talking, okay. So you should know what kind of licensing is there in the ISRI software. You as a student, I also don't know that time, okay. But we know now there's a type of license which ISRI is providing. Suppose the single use, the floating, and there is named use. So what is differences? So single use, suppose there is a only single system you are using and that system this is working, so there is a single use license concept. Then floating, suppose in your lab you have 10 system, all are LAN connected. If I install one server system, all are connected to the LAN, so all the license I can access in any 10 system. If it is a 100 system in the lab also, any 10 system I can access the license. It's a kind of a floating, my license is in floating. But there is a new concept, is a cloud base, that is called named user license, where the technology means here you need not require any kind of licensing here. Just like Gmail ID and password, you can just log in and you can start processing. And in future what it is coming, that is there is no requirement of installation of any software. The software is in a cloud, you just go in a Google, type the ArcGIS Pro, so ArcGIS Pro will come, and then using the login you will start working, and the data processing also run in the cloud. So your processing time will be the faster, and then you can use any system. Within a 2 GB RAM also you can able to run the whatever the processing you want, you can able to do. So that is how the software segments we are actually you can say the upgrading is actually coming up. Now there is a data. So here if you see, obviously we know the 4 types of data sets, like vector, raster, okay, and you can consider the data we collected from the field like GPS, okay, and there is a scan maps. All these types of data sets you can able to process in all the platforms, okay, both in the desktop based and as well as the web based. So there is a two different types of, in the GIS industries nowadays, two different parts. One is the desktop based analysis, another one is the cloud based, or you can say the web based analysis, okay. So you have to uh, gain your knowledge more in the web based than your desktop based. That is the main focus over in your present study, okay. So web based GIS applications are nowadays coming in a more in the industries, okay, because of the limitations of the physical systems and the accessibility of the data sets, okay. So that is you have to be remember in your mind. And the people, as we know, like we all are expertise in a certain GIS profiles, like a GIS analyst, GIS professional, GIS consultant, okay. So there is a many upgradations you will find in your future, okay. So for that you should know a proper workflow of any kind of problem solving skills, okay. So that skills also you have to upgrade. That is what the basics idea about this. Now I'll come to the advanced part, okay. So here I'm not going to discuss any plain normal what we know about the GIS, we all know. I'm not going to discuss that part. I will directly come to the advanced level GIS. But before going that, so this is from a history side, we there is a very nice video, okay, over the history of GIS, how it is coming, a small case studies I just want to play for you, so that on the GIS day it will be a very nice tribute for the GIS. So let's see on that. give you a proper idea about how the GIS is evolved. Okay, but now you see what is the advancement in GIS. Okay, so I'm just directly jump to this. Okay, because we are going to discuss here the cutting edge technologies. What is in the present time? What are the technology we have to focus for our career development? Okay, so if I just crispy, I will just going to discuss a few techniques. Okay, on that. So the keywords, if you focus, those are like cloud computing, okay, mobile GIS, machine learning, drone based GIS, okay, 3D digital twins, automations, self-driving cars, real-time extensive data analysis, okay, and miniaturization of the sensors, artificial intelligence, and AR technologies. So whatever I am telling you, this is the latest industrial trend which is coming up. Okay, now I will going to give you the few of these examples. Like these are the few examples which I am going to show you in a demonstration. Okay, I will explain it also, but not possible for the all the technology demonstration. But yes, all this technology is actually also working nowadays, and few of the demonstrations which I am going to show you. Okay, so very first, if you see here, that's drone based. There is in the drone, the main challenges, there is a huge amount of the data. The size of data sets are very huge. So for that, the best solutions is the cloud based drone data processing. So there is nowadays lot of software or drone providers. They are giving the software which is supported by the clouds. Okay, and the processing is done in the cloud. For in ISRI sites, we are actually using the site scan. I will show you the small demonstration how the site scan, you can able to control the drone. It is captured the informations. Okay, it will send that information directly to the cloud, and once you sending the clouds, you are asking what are the outputs is required, like DEM, DSM, orthomosaic, 3D clouds, okay, point clouds, everything it will create in automated. Like earlier, we need to do the manually. We have to extract this information. Everything it will done in automations mode, just to click on, okay, and you will directly get the results within a 10 minutes of seconds. The huge amount of data will process in a 10 minutes in the clouds. If you are manually doing this process, okay, suppose in a ArcGIS Pro or Drone to Map, we have the desktop based solutions also, it will take almost 5 to 6 hours to processing the huge amount of data. So that analysis you can do in a 10 minutes. So that is the advancement of the cloud based processing, how it is helping for the drone developments. Okay, now I will show you that. Okay, so now here with that, some latest advancement on the satellite data. If you see the SAR, LiDAR, multispectral, all the types of data sets now, ArcGIS Pro only you can do the analysis, even the hyperspectral also. Okay, very recently in 3.4 hyperspectral data also you can able to process inside the ArcGIS Pro. So why I'm telling this, because nowadays microwave, the you can say the uses of microwave satellites are now increased. Okay, and so many new satellites will going to launch. Even the NISA is also going to launch very soon. Okay, so huge amount of free data sets is there. So that kind of data, if you want to process, you require a very strong software. Okay, and obviously your system capacity will be more, otherwise you have to process in a cloud. So that solution is also there, like Google Earth Engine there in ARC. In ISRI we have the Sentinel Explorer. I will show you one demonstration on that. Okay, so how it is helping you directly processing the data inside the cloud. We have the geospatial AR technology nowadays. It is helping you to do a lot of work in a faster mode. There is a GIS cloud, okay, cloud data analysis. Okay, data will be there in the cloud. Directly you can do the analysis over it. I will show you some demonstrations. Then I will focus the most of my area is in deep learning and AI technology, what we are actually involved, okay, and how it is actually working. Obviously big data analysis is also a very important part on all this advancement of the technology in GIS fields. Now what is changing is going on. Now here I'm just first talking about the GIS in the cloud. Okay, so if you see here, I'm just going to show you one example, and the demonstration is in a very fast mode. Like when your data sets will be in the cloud, okay, you can do the analysis of the past in a very fast way. So just one example I will show you in very fast on this. Okay, so if I just show you this, okay, one demonstrations over here. This is our ISRI. Okay, so this is called wayback imagery. Okay, so how the wayback imagery is very useful for you, for just you see here. And we all know the Varanasi city. Varanasi city, Uttar Pradesh. We all know about this location. Okay, so if you see, this is a cloud. In the cloud, this is a website. Isri, if you just search Isri wayback imagery in a Google, just right click and open. Okay, so you will get this site, and you see, we all know this is the location, okay, where the Vishwanath temple is actually created. Suppose I want to see the changes of the last 5 years on this. Okay, and this tool is very useful for many legal purposes also. In the court, people are actually submitting this as a proof. You just see here, if I go in a 2014 image, you see you are not able to see this particular building. Okay, so if you just see when it will started, so you see from 2019 it is start storing, and now it is 2020 and 22, it is a this condition is this. You know, if you want to create a GIF within a second, you can create a GIF. Okay, just click play button here. It will start creating the GIF. It will take, it is based on your internet capabilities. Okay, within a second it will create animations of these particular locations. Okay, you see here, if you want to control the speed, you can control the speed from here. Okay, so as your wish, I can make it more slow. Okay, so like this also you can see the changes, and this document you can download any locations in the world. Okay, so just download and send it to the WhatsApp, whomever you want to see this changes. Why, when it is useful, see, for our clients, many departments like mining departments, forest departments, where the forest encroachment, illegal mining, okay, illegal housing. Okay, so for these purposes, many of our customers, they are actually using these tools, and this is a free of cost. You need not to do anything for this. But if yes, you have the ArcGIS Pro, so then this old date data you can directly access inside the ArcGIS Pro also to for doing your analysis what you want to do. Okay, so this is what you can say the cloud base means. See, cloud means the data sets will be the cloud. See, another advantage, see, this is what we called as a radar. Okay, images, Sentinel-1, we all know about the Sentinel-1. So Sentinel-1 latest data, suppose if you want, okay, and you want to see, if I go with the pre-processing steps of the Sentinel-1 microwave data, so there is a many steps we have to do to download, to export. Then we have to go with suppose the multi-looks, okay, and then you can go with the geometric correction. So many steps you have to do to pre-process and make your data ready to do the classification or analysis. But here, all the pre-processing steps is done. Directly you do the analysis when it is important. See, there is a cyclone, and due to cyclone there is a flood. Immediately you want the data, you can come to the cloud. No need to do the processing. You can do the analysis over here, and you can check it. I have one a very good lecture on the total demonstrations of this. I will share with you in a later. So this is how, when the data will be in the cloud. See, here you need not to do a single line of coding or programming is required. Yes, for Google Earth Engine you can do the similar kind of things using the coding also. Okay, but here you need not required to do any kind of coding. You can directly do the analysis over here. So that is how the technology is actually going, means when your data sets will be in the cloud. Okay, so you can do the many work in a faster mode. Now I am just going to the next technology, um, uh, which is based on your AR technology. What is AR? AR augmented reality. It's a tech like cool system, makes real world info. It's a computer made stuff, make you the surrounding and more interesting. Okay, put a digital things like picture, data, top of which, and how we're going to see. I will show you the example so that you can see. See, this is a road, and in the road, under the road, there is a pipelines. So you may not see those pipelines, but using the combinations of AR and geospatial technology, we can able to see what is the underground pipelines is actually moving. And yes, many of our customers in US, they already have prepared maps for the total area, gas pipelines, or you can say whatever, the telephone lines. So all this separate segmented of map using the geospatial as well as the AR technology, combination of these two, they are actually doing the analysis over it. Okay, just see here, if you can shift or it, you can shift it, and all the information, just like the double click you are doing. So if you just click double click, so all the information about the manhole will come, like it's a still manhole, and what is the when it is actually who is put it. So all this information you will get like this. So this is how the AR and geospatial technology combinations is actually nowadays working. Now come to the drone base. Okay, so this is another area which is actually developing, and so fast it is developing. Okay, so why for drone? why we already have the satellite. So what is the use of, why the uses of the drone is increasing? These are the few important reasons. One is you can get the real-time control. Satellites I can control, so immediately I want a data, and that should be cloud free and noise free, is very difficult to get from the satellites. But yes, from the drone I can do that. Then actual monitoring, so real time monitoring if you want to do, so then you can do it. Ultimately it will reduce the cost effective. This term is on the basis of you can say the study area wise. So if you go for the larger study area, then I will think no, drone is not a good solution for that. Okay, then obviously high resolution satellite is a better option for that. But yes, for the small area, okay, inspections, drone will be the best options for this. Okay, high accuracy in the data sets, transparency, less labor intensive, and data preservance, obviously the low time. So these are the few reason. Okay, another one is multiple calibration, multiple sensor calibrations. Okay, means you can put any types of sensors in the drone and you can capture. Just like I went in a lecture in IRI, okay, and they have all these types of sensors like lidar, multispectral, visual, thermal, hyperspectral. So they use it and they are doing the analysis over it. Okay, so that is the most wonderful thing when you are using the drone. You have a capability to control the payloads, you have a capability to control the altitude. Okay, so accordingly you can increase the resolutions. Okay, it will be the obviously the noise free. The, like suppose a hyperspectral drone data when I use in IRI, there is no requirement of the atmospheric corrections because it is a cloud free or noise free data sets only. We are actually capturing the information with the low altitude. So that kind of advantage you will get when you go for the drone base. Okay, so now this is the one cloud based solutions. You see how the cloud based solution is weak nowadays working, and what it is doing in the software only. Suppose you have a tab, you have the side scan. Okay, so in the side scan tab you just see there is a three process. One is plan. Now how easy the data capture and processing is, you just see here, it is, we have to execute the plan. Okay, so you have to execute the plan, means from which area you have to do the scanning. You just mark it in your tab. Okay, and then you have to go for the process and mining analysis, means once you mark out these locations you just need to start the drone. Okay, so drone will check up everything, you will capture the informations wherever it will fly and it will come back to this. Just see, I will just 1 minute. Yeah, so this is the way how it is working, you see here. Okay, so if you just see here, I am just going to draw the study area. Okay, and I will ask them to fly. So once I will command it, means before that I have to check. See, this is the geofencing and the locations, means sensor specimens. If there is a tree is there, accordingly the flight plan height will be changes. Okay, it will automatically, it will operate everything, it will operate through the you can see the software, it can do everything from this control. But yes, there is a limited number of drones it can control, not the every drone it can control. But this is the example of the DJI. So DJI drone we are actually use. So in that case it is perfectly working. Okay, so you need to create a project and then just like this, like flight plan you are design, like which way you have to capture the information. See, this is, I just capture this information like this. Okay, so now my just here you can go and can create documentary, aircraft planning, battery checks. Okay, if all everything is coming green, that means my system is ready for flight. Okay, so these all commands I just given to this particular software and I just make it run. So now it will check one by one all the parameters. Okay, and you see aircraft, it will check green. So if all are green, then you can start for playing. Okay, so now you see here aircraft is move and this is a live, you can able to see in your tab, and the data will capture. Okay, so once the data will capture, it will come back to the locations where it is. So this control means earlier drone to map we have, and then ArcGIS Pro, it can control the drone, but side scan can control the drone. Okay, and this information is real time, whatever it will capture. See, once my data I will capture, I didn't have that another video of this part because otherwise it will be very big. So that is how to process it. Okay, so you can take it, see here, this is a new demo. Yeah, this is only, so this is how the pictures are coming. So now from using these pictures, whatever the outputs I want. Okay, suppose here I can just mention the dem. Okay, check on this I'm check on, orthomosaic check on. If I click on the send, so it will send me a mail within a 10 minutes where all this data whatever you captured, it is mosaic and it will come to you. So that is the how the cloud-based drone mapping software is actually working, okay, nowadays. So almost all types of the softwares is working like a similar thing. Now I come to the area where I focused more on this particular lecture, and in this particular place, the area is now developing so much, that is called AI. Okay, so if you see this, artificial intelligence is basically the largest and we can say the overreaching concept or encompassing of the technologies enabling the machine to stimulate the human intelligence, or AI is actually includes everything from a simple rule-based systems to the complex machine learning algorithm and neural networks is actually coming. So this is how the AI is working. Now if you see, the next level is the machine learning. So a subset of the AI focused on the creating a system that learn and improve the data without being explicit the program. So machine learning allow the models to recognize the pattern and make a predictions. Okay, so what is this actually? See, machine learning, if you see in terms of ArcGIS Pro, I am telling you. So ArcGIS Pro machine learning techniques is coming on the basis of the object-based classification techniques. So whatever the normal object-based classifications we are actually doing, so there is a tool which is called the training sets generations, okay, for machine. So that means the training sets, whatever the sample you are actually giving, so training the machine, what will do, it will learn from your samples, okay, and it will create its own samples. Okay, so suppose you are giving the 50 samples, it will create another 200 samples by its intelligence and getting a knowledge from your samples, okay, and using that you are doing the object based classifications. Okay, so that is what we are going to do in the machine learning in the phase of the ArcGIS Pro, and then it is come to the deep learning. So deep learning is actually much more stronger. If you see here, the more specialized subset machine learning, okay. So this involves the using the multi-layer neural networks to process a large data sets and learn the complex representations, okay, in commonly used in tasks like image recognitions, natural language processing, and more. So if you see, suppose whenever we are taking a data sets from the object-based classifications, I told you that I will give you some samples, deep learning samples I given on the on the knowledge of my deep learning samples, machine is creating its own samples. Now the deep learning tools in ArcGIS Pro is one step further, means you need not to give any kind of samples, you just need to give input of your data and you have to input the deep learning package files. So deep learning package files is the you can say the kind of a brain of that machine learning tools. Whatever the machine learns from to target objects, means what the deep learning, every different objects which you are targeting now, so different package file is coming nowadays from the E3. So you can download it from the E3 Living Atlas platform. So those are actually brains. You can directly grip the brains, so and it will automatically extract the target information. Just like if I want to extract the tree, so I will going to use the deep learning package for the tree, and if I want to extract the building, so I can use the deep learning package file for the buildings. Okay, so maybe you think, oh, then what is the use of this? Suppose you are doing it for the full United States or full India, yes, you can run in that much capability. Okay, it can do with that much accuracy. Okay, as of now the accuracy level, it is a country specific. Again I am telling you, these models whatever the E3 is actually nowadays coming, it is country specific model. As of now US, UK, Australia, so many country specific model is came. India also slowly the models are coming. Just like there is one example I will show you, that is called SAM. SAM is can work in any continent. It is not spectral angle mapping, it is segmented augmented model. It's created by the Microsoft. Okay, so and this model is adopted by the E3 ArcGIS Pro and many other softwares also there will have that way. So it is segmented, and over the segment there is another advancement tool is came, that is called text to SAM. So just using the text I can extract the information. So that is what the next level is. Okay, so the next level, the foundation model. Okay, so if you see here, basically a new category of the AI models that are pre-trained and massive data sets can fine-tuned and wide range of applications. Examples like GPT series or VR series. Basically these are all LLM, large language models. Usually we are used to text-based AI task which you can language can understand, translate and summarize the model from the transform. So this is the way how the AI is actually changing. Now AI we are applying in all these sectors. If you see here, one is obviously, if you see here, this is the way of how we are doing the different kind of image kind of analysis, just like object detection. Okay, so if you want to do the object by building detection, if I want, for that specific deep learning package file I am going to use. Okay, so suppose I want to do the land use land cover classifications. You know, it is directly do the land use land cover classification over the Landsat 8 data sets. Okay, but there is a certain level of classes only there, which is decided by NASA NLC 11 classes. Okay, so over the land use, I think land use, not land use, land cover based classes will be there, so automatically it will classify, you need not to think about it. Okay, so similarly there is a deep learning studio files, lot of deep learning studio files which is coming. Okay, there is a no new Geo AI toolbox is coming, means deep learning package files if you want to run, then for that you have to go in our easily Living Atlas platforms, download the deep learning package files, and then you have to learn. But there is another extension there will giving you. Okay, so where that all these deep learning packages, suppose as of now 85 different type of objects you can target through the deep learning. Okay, and that will be there in the list in the GeoAI tools. Okay, so those kind of tools advancements you have to know how to run it and how to extract the information. Okay, like some kind of spatial based analysis, so in that case entity extractions, text classifications, text to shapes, so all these commands we are trying to move through the AIs. Okay, now in case of prediction model, okay, so there is a lot of prediction models is there. Okay, so we can use those prediction models using the AI, that tools is already came for the classification and the clustering. Okay, so all this like forecasting, regression analysis, model explainability, so all these things we can do through the AIs nowadays. It is start working, and some kind of image processing or image enhancement kind of things also nowadays coming with the AI, just like super resolution. Okay, there is one tool. Then cloud removal, so okay, there is a specific cloud removal tool is also there, and the 3D reconstruction tools is also there. Okay, and there is like kind of a transition tools. Okay, a lot of transition tools is also available with this. Now I just show you the integrations of all the data types. Okay, like how many types of the data we nowadays we are including, means we can include in our cloud based system as well as the pro based system, like imagery, multidimensional data. See, you have to be understand about all these different types of data, and you have to understand the processing technique of these data sets if you want to come to the industry. Okay, like imagery, multidimensional data, time series data, tabular data sets, okay, unstructured data, vector data, 3D, real time, big data analysis, LiDAR. Okay, nowadays CAD and BIM is also integrating with our EC, and both in a web base and then desktop base. So this is how the geospatial infrastructure is actually moving out. Okay, now this is the some specific area, means where the when you are applying the AIs, so these are the specific area, like in terms of data types. Okay, you see different types of data, like if some AI models which is developed to extract the text from your maps. Okay, some is the for the orientation imagery, some are for the motion imagery. Okay, like live detections of the objects from the motions, and then categorized or classified in a different group. Okay, so then LiDAR point cloud generations. So all these areas is actually emerging where the AI is applications is going to started already. Then this in terms of classification or task. Okay, so you just see here pixel based classification, object detection, object classification, prediction model. So this is how it is coming. Okay, then model sharing is also there, like land use land cover. If you see here Landsat 8 directly you can do building footprint extractions, directly you can do LiDAR vegetation classifications. Okay, whatever we are doing the manual things, now we come to the now automated approach. Okay, and here see I am the expertise on this all this history products, but maybe you can do it in open source. I have no idea on that, but usually we do it using the ArcGIS desktop, ArcGIS server, notebooks and APIs. Okay, so and obviously the ArcGIS portal. So usually we use these all technologies, okay, to integrating our AI tools. This is how the ArcGIS geospatial AI systems is actually working. If you see here, the data is captured from the satellites, or you can say the drone, or you can capture with the CCTVs also. Okay, so this data access. So first is data preparations, data labeling, and data modeling. So this part is actually skipped. Okay, skip these steps with the AI ArcGIS pre-trained models, which I told you about the DLPK files, means deep learning package files. So this part we are totally actually skipped. Okay, now deploy the models, consume the models, and if you want to run the from infrastructure from scale, yes, you can do that. And basically directly you can take the actions, means give the data, directly do the analysis. Only things which you have to know, that is how to do the data analysis, that is on your, so that skill you have to upgrade. Okay, the processing time nowadays, because in our, I just think like last 10 year 5 years back, we are focusing more on the processing things, like for a simple satellite data processing and prepare, it will take us 10 to 15 days, just like to download the data, to give the order, data will come, that is a raw data, we have to do the registrations, we make the data ready, then we have to do the radiometric collections of the data, then I will getting a data, my data is ready, and then I'm starting my project. So this time is nowadays no required for this, because data is coming in a level 1 level 2 products which you are getting, like already geometric radiometric corrected is done, and then the pre-processing steps, whatever is required to make your data is ready, it is done by your GIS and AI tools, which you can directly get the results. Okay, so your skill you have to upgrade, how to apply these all tools. Okay, that many people have no idea to apply this type of deep learning tools. Even I'm saying, if it is not working for Indian scenario, it will reduce down your work of the 60%. If you go for the manual digitizations and do the work, it will take a huge amount of time if I go for the only the building extractions. But this type of tools can reduce your work in a huge times. Okay, so now see this is just an example, like this is a machine learning tools, okay, which we are actually use nowadays for the classifications, like pixel object, then image segmentation, maximum likelihood, randomizer, and support vector. So these are three classification tools. Okay, usually we know the maximum likelihood, okay, but here in ArcGIS Pro, suppose I'm talking about, you can do very easily random forest and vector, support vector, maximum classifications, both you can apply it over the object based and pixel based, both options will be there. Okay, so that is the advantage, kind of a upgradation of the software. You can't do this in ArcMap, but you can do it in ArcGIS Pro. So that is how the technological advancement is came, which you have to adopt. Same thing we can do for the clustering approach, which usually applied for the data. So to means what we are actually the data scientists now. So we have to extract the information from the data. So different statistical approach we can apply, and we can extract the information from this. Then we can go for the prediction model. So you have the data from the past, and you want to predict something, what can happen in the futures, just to give understanding about the data sets. And AI is doing this work in a wonderful speed. Okay, which if you can do this, then it will take maximum how much of your experience you can have with you. Suppose 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, I can inject this information of suppose 50 or 60 years to the AI models, and it can do the prediction is much better than me. Obviously we have to know the results what AI is giving us, it is right or wrong. That judgment is based on your knowledge. So that still, yeah, because all AI tools are not giving the results of 80 to 90%. As of now, we are the age where the AI tools are giving a accuracy 60 to 80%. I said, means few cases it was 80, few cases it was 60. Okay, so I am talking about the Indian scenario. Okay, so we are getting the results like this. So in that case, your knowledge is very important to understand the data is working properly, the results I am getting, it is properly or not. Okay, we can't rely AI blindly. We have to understand by our knowledge and experience. Okay, so there, then you can utilize the AI tools in a very fast way. You can do your work in a much less time, and take the decision makings will be the much faster. Okay, so that is what. See, suppose in case of the imagery and video analysis, you can see here, so we are differentiating, suppose people are from analyst, people are from data scientist. Okay, so they are actually using this too. Suppose I am an analyst. Okay, so I am most focused on the tool base, like tool power, tool end-to-end user and workflow. So those are areas I am focusing. But yes, I am also trying to improve myself on the area of the data science. Like, as you should have a proper knowledge over the Python coding. Okay, now the Python applications with AIs, how we're going to do that. Okay, so, and obviously like Gulat engine, like JavaScript. So few things you should have the skills. Okay, so then only you can utilize and customize the deep learning package. Okay, so according to your needs. So that, see, you see here what kind of data we are actually focusing, like ADL, satellite, drone. Now motion imagery is a very important. Motion imagery, both like from the satellite base, as well as we are actually focusing over the CCTV base. Okay, So these are some areas, okay, deep learning tools are actually used, the different types of deep learning tools nowadays we are actually used, okay. So this is the transfer learning. If you see machine learning, with machine I am just giving the information and how the machine is classified with the better understandings, okay. So this is the example of the SAM, okay, so which I am talking about, SAM, and there is a text to SAM. So SAM is automatically extracted your information, or you can say segmented your information. And you know what is the text to SAM? It is the most advanced thing. Just like if I give a one right command, suppose extract building, it will extract all the buildings. If I type extract text prompt, if I give the red car, so it will extract the red car. If I give only car, so it will extract all the car. So this is already came, this tool we are actually already using in ArcGIS. Okay, and see the next level, what this see this is what the see if you see here, this is the next level enhancement. Like this is automatic generations, like from the super resolution you are coming. Suppose you have a 15-meter resolution of the sentinel, you want to increase the resolutions, okay, you can't increase, but yes, visually it can increase. So that kind of automation tools is already came. Cloud removal, for cloud removal also automatic tool is already came. So in a certain level only we can remove, not the 100%, okay. So this is automatic detections, okay, and this is in a dashboard you can automatically segment it, separate it out about the traffic rule management. Here in India we install it for Odisha traffic control board, okay, and there is many other traffic areas where we are actually install this type of systems. So automatically AI is detecting and classifying the different cars and other movements. So now I am going to give you a small idea about what is the next level. Okay, so if you see the next level, like just like a stacking up prompts. Okay, so if you see here, we are just I am just play you this, just 1 minute. I know this time is limited. Just see here. Okay, so I will just finish this lecture in 5 minutes. I will take another 5 minutes to finish this. Okay, so just to tell you that few things, like, see, this is the industrial space means specific case studies what we are doing now with a lot of our customers, like ship wicket, building points, flood segmentation, crop classifications, burn indices, cloud masking, okay, water body extraction. See here, lot of use cases which I am going to show you, like automatic tree detections, okay, access of palm trees, health, okay. So these are the few applications for the AIs with our customers which we are actually did, okay, like utility mappings, okay, and then the agriculture, okay, like crop classification, plant peat detection, agricultural tree segmentation, forest type detections, okay, wheat rice delineations, and gap detections between the trees, okay. So all these are real industrial applications which I showed you what nowadays is going on. Now I come to the very 5 to 6 minutes I spent over your career opportunities, what you have to understand, okay. So see here, the students, I'm just telling you, like, if you are if you are not working with the the latest technology. So whatever I just mentioned, you just try to upgrade the skill on that. Okay, and in terms of the software, you see here I just give you understanding how the different type of software is actually required in industry. But you see here the why E3 software people are actually preferring. I am not saying it is the best software. No, it is not because of the best software. People are different industries, they are actually preferring the E3 software. The the reason behind why the industry people prefer the E3, because the support. There is a very good support team in E3. Okay, the technical support team will be there. So in some cases there is a mega project is going on, so crores of the project is going on, and in some case there is a mistakes will happen. Who is the responsible of that particular project? See, if I was in ISRO and so many other organizations, see, the problem is, suppose I was working as a research scientist or something there. If I move from there, okay, so then there is a no person will be there who can understand the situations and move forward this work if some kind of error is coming. Okay, so the people who are working, so he can understand this particular error, why it is coming. Once he go, so if he tell is well and good, if he not tell, that your work and project will be hampered. So in that case, ISRI is actually providing a huge support. That's why the ISRI technology is actually preferring in the industries because of this support. Okay, now otherwise the technology wise, if you see, there is a lot of softwares will be available. So now the question is, you have to develop the skill, whatever the ISRI is actually providing in industry, whatever I am telling you. And now the question is, from where you are learning this. So there is a free platform in there, because in your university you already have this ISRI software. So go in a my ISRI platform. Okay, just register with your normal ID, and then take the training, as much as free trainings are there. So those free trainings you can attend. 6 mocks, just go in a Google, type ISRI free mocks. So if you type ISRI free mocks, so 6 mocks is going on. So all our latest technology we are teaching for 2 months courses, like one is in climate change, one is in satellite data processing or image processing techniques. Second one is a spatial data analysis. Fourth one is the web app developments, and then sixth one, there is another total 6 different training we are providing every year. 3 months course, you will get the software freely for 3 months. You can use the software for the 3 months. 3 months access you will get. And if you consider the full year, so every 3 months if you registered, so you will get a total license software free for the full year. So try to utilize this as a student. You can do another thing I will telling you. So if you are spending 800 rupees for your Netflix, okay, better you can take or purchase original license from ISRI only in 8,000 rupees. This is only for the students, not for the other thing. Only 800 rupees per month means it was cost almost 8,500. You will get all the extensions, as well as you will get the ArcGIS online access, and which is very important to understand your cloud based in web based analysis. And whatever I am talking about here, you see here, most of the web based, what it is, the development is coming. So all the industries, they are working in a web based platform, like our ArcGIS portal they are actually using. So if you learn the ArcGIS online, automatically you will learn the ArcGIS portal, how it is working. So using the ArcGIS online, you can access our the field app. Okay, so the field app is very easily you can integrate to your mobile, and you can use that access to. Okay, so this is what the work culture which I am telling you, that why you prefer the ISRI technology to learn. Then the academic degrees, you know, like in our ISRI we preferred geoinformatics, geography, and all the various field, like BTech students also we preferred. Okay, but the thing is, in ISRI we are required at least 3 years experience. Okay, but if you are directly join as a internships, so then you can directly join as a freshers. Okay, so but for that you have to contact with our ISRI Delhi team, so they are actually integrating that. Okay, so the skills, obviously the GIS latest software skill is required. Remote sensing latest update about the data and the processing techniques, downloading processing techniques, very important to understand. Spatial analysis, this is a skill. Okay, the spatial modeling. Okay, so how we are going to solve a spatial problem with a, see, we are working with a different departments, agriculture, water resource, and so many, like geoscience, mining. Okay, so you can give me data, I can do the analysis. Okay, whatever they have some problem, they will tell you. You have to be prepared, like how will solve their problem. Okay, so it's think like that. Okay, so then that skill you need to upgrade. Obviously there is some coding, that is very important, like Python. So if you are not knowing anything, you can focus on Python, that is well and good. But yes, some case of JavaScript is also required. Okay, and if you, this two is for starting level, this two is enough. But if you want to go in a better, so you can, if you are interested in development, then you have to increase your programming skills. I am from the analysis background, so I require the programming only this much, like for Python and Java is enough for me. Okay, so now the applications area, as I told you, like all these areas. Okay, nowadays not only, earlier it was only the government job options. Now all the private industries, you can see Wipro, TCS, Infosys. Okay, then you can go for Deloitte, PwC. All of our colleagues are working in there. Okay, so this is a certain geoinformatics, some positions you will get, all this environmental and the GIS industries, like GIS technicians, environment technicians, GIS analyst. Okay, and some specific means field based, like land surveyor, geologist, urban planner, cartographer. But all this is required, all this technological understanding is required for this particular position, not the old based mapping or digitization. Okay, so you required understanding about the deep learning, AI, big data analysis, all these things is there. And this is the certification. See, during the student time, if you are clear one of these certifications, this is the industrial certifications. Okay, so suppose in ISRI we have, suppose ArcGIS Pro professional certificate. If you are getting the professional certificate, so chances of getting job, okay, so it will increase for you than others. So during the student time only, if you are very confident, you are very confident in ArcGIS Pro and ArcMap. Okay, so you can give this exam, but this exam is very costly. Okay, so like 20,000 is required. Okay, but I am telling you, if you have this certificate, okay, in industry around the world it is recognized. Okay, so this is, next is the networking, how to increase your network. See, nowadays job is not like that you have to go and apply. So best way is create your networking, use the LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the best place. You have to market yourself, like see, whatever the new technology I am learning now, I am just uploading in a LinkedIn, and I am trying to do a demonstration in a YouTube. You know, the job which I got from Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center in Dubai, I didn't apply for this job. They contacted me just to see my LinkedIn profile post, and they are following my YouTube channel. Okay, so that is a way of communications which I am telling. See, digital platforms nowadays are very strong for the communications. So you, the students who are regularly updating their knowledge, you relevant post you have to give in your LinkedIn. Okay, suppose you want to apply the GIS industry, so start put posting every day one, do some research, write it out here in your language, put in a chat GPT, make the language better and post it. So what will happen, you know, the industrial people, they will going to see you, and then automatically they will offer you job. You need not to wait for apply for the job. So that is the networking. How to build the networking? So one is LinkedIn, second one is conference, third one is the webinar. Okay, so as much as possible you can go the, suppose the webinar which we did, like ISRI user conference. If you have opportunity, then definitely you can go. So there in a one group you can connect with the many industry people. So for students it will be very much beneficial. Okay, so see, that's why I'm highlighting the ISRI user conference. Like so many other conference will be there. Okay, like research conference will be little different, then industrial conference will be little different. So okay, so industry conference is basically focused on the problem solving skills. Always you remember that. So real time problem solving skills. So the industrial conference you will get to see those kind of case studies. So you should go there, connect with. So there so many, from the CEO to the analyst level people are actually coming. Connect with them directly, contact them in LinkedIn. Okay, so that is the another way of increasing your. And then next is the continuously learning process. Like you, if you are thinking that 6 months you learn all the skills you learn, no. So every day you try to learn one skill. Okay, otherwise one in a week you try to develop one skill. Okay, what is the latest technology is coming, you just try to read those articles. Your LinkedIn profile is automatically changed with the latest update. Okay, so don't search unnecessary things, like AI is working on your behaves. Okay, so if you search something related to the industry, so automatically those feedings only come to your LinkedIn profiles or Facebook, whatever you will going to do. Okay, so that is you have to focus. So continuously learning process is very important for the basic GIS scaling, exploring the advanced topics such as the machine learning, big data analytics, cloud computing. Okay, So this area you try to focus your area. So build a professional network, join professional associations, attending the conference and workshops. Okay, so this is the best way to come to the industry prospects. Okay, so and then publications, okay, articles, blogs, try to write out all those things or read out. Okay, and then understand about the latest technology what is coming. Why we are doing it? We are actually continuously doing this for various purposes. Okay, like for US they are actually launching a new technology in the UC, and I am just trying to go in a LinkedIn, connect with who is actually putting the demo. I go in their profile, I just try to understand the demo and then download some Indian scenario data, try to apply it. So that is how I am learning from myself, but you can do it from yourself also, because you are student times, you can go with the more better. So that's all from my side. If any questions, please let me know. Yes. So thank you. Yes, thank you। বলো। কি হয়েছে? আমার একটা লেকচার আছে এখন। এই ফ্যানটা শুরু কর না, বড্ড গরম হয়ে গেছে, সারা 1.5 ঘন্টা ধরে ট্রেনে আছি। হে ফ্যানটা শুরু কর। এই, আরে গরম লাগছে, বুঝছিস না কেন? এরকম দেরি কি? কি বলবো ভাই, দাঁড়া দাঁড়া লোকটাকে ফোন করি, আবার কোন চ্যাপ্টারটা আছে সেটা বলে। ও আমার এটা কমপ্লিট হয়ে গেছে।